Hello guys and welcome to another Porsche Cup race in a race room. We are in a Mantor Park. It's a very interesting racetrack. I remember it from like maybe Toka or Air Factor 1 or something like that. It's a crazy small racetrack and yeah, I'm just so confident on this track because it's very technical, some really hard corners, and yeah, I'm just very confident to be racing here. I think it's in Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And in this 19 or 20 drivers field, I'm just unstoppable. This is race 1 from 3 races. And you have to be very careful on this racetrack, especially in here, because it's very easy to cut the corners. Whoa. I almost lost it there for a second. It's like a former airport or something, because there's a super straight line speed, a straight line right here, and then crazy braking into the very narrow right-hander. I have probably taken too much of the fuel because I didn't want to do the same mistake as I did on a Gamer Muscle server. This is Czech and Slovak community race in Porsche Cup. You probably remember it from the Zandvoort race with George Ortner. He's sadly not here today because he has a different race to attend to. So it's gonna be probably very forward race. But the second race I'm gonna try to start from the back of the field and just move myself into the front. It's gonna be interesting. It's like a go-kart track combined with like an airport. It's very narrow, very technical. And I like it, actually. Only what I don't like is the cut penalty in this corner, because you have to be really careful. Even on the 2 wheels, doesn't matter. I hope you are having a wonderful time. I hope Joe will be okay from the hospital very soon. Sending your regards to you, Joe. Hopefully you will be able to race with us very soon. I did some hot lap for AOR time trial and to get like approved or something, so I hope my time will be okay from Imola with GT3 cars. We'll just see about that. This is gonna be probably a very boring race for 17 minutes. Oh my god. 1.4 second difference. I'm just trying to make the Porsche steer, so my setup is so like oversteer into the entrance of the corners. It's just terrible. I wish to have a like real life. In real life that would be awesome, because you know the feedback would be perfect, so you could avoid some of the drifts. Because in real life you have a different feeling of the car, because when I was racing, you can like feel the car is drifting a little bit, and you can avoid spin and even bigger slide because you can feel it. I wish there would be any way to implement that in any racing game, because I think it's just impossible. You know, it's just a game. You don't feel the car under your butt. I have a very sensitive butt, as Niki Lauda. But it doesn't work in games. I'm not driving on 100%. I have to be careful in the first corner not to touch the inside curb, because it can spin you around. You can see I'm driving like 80%. Not focused. Just wondering what I can talk about. Have you seen the Race of Champions last week? I think it was amazing. I love Race of Champions. Every year I love it. It would be a dream to participate. And I envy the sim racing guys, the Brandon League, the Ruby Van Buren, the Enzo Bonito, who could participate during the same weekend. It was so amazing. I envy the guys so much because I think it's just one of the best things for the like sim racing and for young sim racers and even for every sim racer, like to get a motivation when they see those guys just get on a real life experience, you know. So I'm so happy because I think it's and also the whole world can see it, and they see in the Enzo Bonito driving amazingly, beating almost Peter Solberg, Rudy Van Buren beating Lando Norris, McLaren driver. It's so unbelievable. I think they can see us as a sim racers that we can really challenge real life racing drivers, and maybe it's a bright future ahead of us. I said that when there was a Vegas e-race. I said that like any advertisement is advertisement, so whatever the e-race was, it was a great advertisement. Then it was World Fastest Gamer, F1 eSport, and everybody loved that. It's just showing us sim racers in a brighter and brighter way, and yeah, I think there is a really bright future in that, because I think the sponsors and like real racing teams, they will just open their eyes and they will see, yeah, the sim racers are not so bad. Maybe they can drive even better than real race drivers. Let's try them out. And yeah, it'll be nice. And after that, I will be able to open a race stream with George Ortner. If anyone would ask me what I would love to drive, like nowadays, I would pick GT3, any GT3 championship. Blank Pane, Whelen, Nordschleife, anything. But I know it's very like high-end and very expensive, to be honest. It's like 300, 400,000 euros per season. That's unbelievable amount of money. But I would pick anything at this point. GT3 is the dream. That's my dream all my life, like GT racing. FIA GT Championship and racing on a Nordschleife with GT3 cars, anything. But at this time, I would pick anything. If someone would offer me BMW 235e on a Nordschleife, I would jump right straight into it. Or Renault Clio even, or something, because I raced in Renault Clio and it's an awesome race car. I know it's slow for like spectator size, but in the eyes of the racing driver, it's just a so amazing car. So I would pick that anytime. I would pick that anytime. And I'm so desperate because I haven't been sitting in a real race car for almost 10 years, and boy, I miss it. I just wish it would, I just wish I didn't pick so expensive hobby. You know, I should have chosen chess or something like that when I was younger. What kind of idiot just picks the most expensive hobby? Oh no, the second guy lost it. Some 12 seconds behind me. So I can just chill and talk for the rest of the video. Video! Oh yeah. I think the F1 eSport and the e-racing, or what's it called, Race of Champions and e-Race of Champions was just a brilliant way to just show the sim races in a better way. It's just the guy who sits behind a computer. Hey, he kicked ass of the factory driver of McLaren. Wow. He almost beaten the World Rally Championship driver and World Rally Champion Peter Solberg. He's just a sim racer, you know. So yeah, we just, you know, when there was a GT Academy, it was a great way to show, but I think it would be so awesome when real racing teams would start picking sim racing drivers as their drivers. Just for a test, you know. What can you lose? You have a lot of sponsors, you have a lot of money. Just invite few people just try them and you will see. You will see on your own eyes. Maybe they will be better and they will beat your drivers, you know. If I would be rich, I would do that because I have some names in my head. Yeah, you know, like I know a lot of sim racers and I know a lot of fast sim racers, and I just can imagine if I would win a lottery and got $10 million, I would start my own race team, and I exactly know who I would pick. I'm not gonna tell you, but I know who I would pick. At least to the tryout. It would be like, yeah, I'm trying to find a race driver for next Endurance Championship in GT3, like it was in the GT Academy. And I'm gonna invite like 20 sim racers who I think are pretty decent, and I will give them a try, you know. How cool it would be. How cool that would be. That's my dream. That's my dream, honestly. If any owner of the race team is watching, or any billionaire or millionaire, please, please. I know I'm fat, but I can lose the weight. It's no problem. I did a marathons. I know how to lose weight. Yeah, just, you know, it's fine. Just, I know it's not possible, but it's just my dream. Whew, 12 seconds to second guy, doing pretty decent lap times. I'm gonna start the next race from the last position. It's gonna be very interesting and really hard on this racetrack to go forward. Ooh, that was beautiful. Oh, the guy lost it. Oh, that's a shame. This lap is very nice. I'm doing pretty decent lap time. So yeah, that's about my goals for the real racing. It's like one of my friends, he's selling and building motorsport simulator. It's Petrolissa. He's great racing driver, great sim racer, and his job is he built like super expensive and super awesome motion simulator for real racing drivers. And yeah, I think the business is getting better and better. And his first dream was to buy a Caterham, and yeah, for sure, real racing driving. And he bought from his own money a test day with like prototype, which was like a Norma or something, like for example Radical. And he was so good. And I think then he got invited for some testing in Spain in a proper, I think it's, what's it called? I don't know. I don't want to say it wrong. It's an LMP3 car, I think. And he was so good right away because, you know, he has experience from sim racing. He knows how to drive in real life as well. And he was so fast. It was unbelievable. And this year, he's going real racing. It's just something I really... it's just so amazing. I probably should have picked a different type of job. And don't get me wrong, I'm trying to be a businessman as myself, but not as successful as everybody, as somebody, to be honest. But it's gonna change in the future, I know. I know, before I will die, that I'm gonna be racing again. I know it. D-Beer, I know it. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much, maybe. Oh. Little slowdown penalty, but look at that, I'm just 14 seconds away. 5 minutes to go. 15 liters of fuel. Actually, haven't took too much of the fuel. I really like the Porsche. I don't trust it in some of the corners, but it's very enjoyable to drive. Oh, huge lockup. We'll probably try to set the brakes a little bit lower. I'm using 90% of the pressure. Yeah. You have to just work it through with this car. You have to just drive and drive and drive. You have to just find yourself in a proper position in every corner. Because this car is like understeering so much on the exit, so you have to do like V-turn in the corners, like this. Because you can see I'm a little faster into the corner, then I slow down and then I push the throttle to the metal. Push the metal to the... Push the throttle. Put the pedal to the metal. Yeah, that's what I do. Lemianski back on the second place after his somehow weird spin. 16 seconds behind me. I wish George would be here. Can you feel the understeer? Oh, Lemianski's third place again. I hope I'm not too boring talking during the races, because I really enjoy that. That's the point what I'm doing, because for example, if you would ask me what I'm thinking about during the race, if you ask some other people, they will tell you they think about the braking point, they think about gears, RPM and everything. I never do that, never. I just, when I'm driving, I'm thinking about, I don't know, what I'm going to do later with my girlfriend. I'm thinking about work, I'm thinking about videos, I'm thinking about just job and everything around. I'm thinking about next race already, or previous race, or something like that. So I'm just trying to share my thoughts during the race, and I hope it's not too, like, boring. Two minutes to go, come on! Catching some lappers. By the way, what do you think about Scott Speed getting banned from iRacing? I think it's deserved, because I don't like the guy. I never liked Scott Speed. The only thing I like about him is his name. Racing name. But I really never liked him. But he deserved a ban, because that was some insane... It's like, he's a real racing driver. He should be better than that. Not to crashing people on purpose. That's just stupid. That's what little kids do. You know. One more lap to go. 20 seconds difference between me and a second guy. Wow. I'm gonna start the next race on the last position and just see what will happen. It's only 20 minutes race, so there's literally no time, but I don't care. I wanna have some fun. Is it David in front of me? Is he so baggy he's getting lapped? Is it him? Oh, is it him? My friend David, poor guy. Is he out of fuel? It's gonna be some nice text message after the race, like, no, you get me lapped down. I hope you guys enjoyed this race, even that I was leading all the race long and talking constantly all the 20 minutes. Thank you for that, and see you guys on my Twitter, Discord and YouTube. Leave a like, share the video or something if you like, and see you guys in the next race.